So what is the purpose of this?
Well, I've come up with the idea of it, basically, just for people really to like get a gist of the gym, because I'm not like people like myself. I worried. I always wanted to join like a boxing club, but I was like a bit because I suffer with anxiety. Like I was anxious to go in because I thought when I walk in, people will all be skipping and they'll all be like, it'll be like a sort of aggressive environment, and so that's why I put it off for years. But like, just to give like an insight inside the gym, what goes on is nothing. It's nothing like that. There's no egos or nothing. It's a happy place for me, basically.
Yeah, I've definitely found there's no egos. That's what I do like about it. So what actually prompted you to take that step?
To go to the gym?
Yeah, to get into boxing.
Well, I did do a little bit when I was about 16 in Hull, wherever it is, and I just went off and done my own thing as a teenager. But then I'd had some mental health issues. It wasn't long after that, but basically, and then I'd been to the doctors. I'd actually been in hospital and stuff. Come out, tried medication, tried therapies, and it just wasn't working. I remember one day I was I think I was on my bike. I ended up down one of the back streets because like my social anxiety was that bad. I couldn't go down the main street, so I ended up on this back street. And I remember like thinking that the boxing gym was there, so like I've got the courage to walk in, um, and I heard like I was in reception. And I heard someone on the pads, and he was smacking the pads. I was like, oh, that's a bit sound intimidating again, like so. I was like, I'm not going through the door because like I was like, I didn't want to interrupt them, and like I thought they'd like kick off and that. So I must have waited for about 20 minutes for him to like come because I didn't want to disturb him. And then it ended up being Sweeney. He come, he's like, "You're right, mate." I was just about to leave because I was there for about 20 minutes. He said, "You're right, mate," and I was like, explain the situation. He's like, "Yeah, come and do a few one-to-ones." Done a few one-to-ones, and then there was a 24-hour charity spa. After like the third one-to-one I'd done with him, and he goes, why don't you join in with that? And got a little bit of confidence up, and I went to the charity spa thing. And when I got there, I knew quite a lot. Well, most of the lads that come to it, they had like, it was either boxing at the time or was like I'd boxed over the years at Deva, and and like give me that boost, that confidence, and then I just ended up in the sessions. And then like a year later, Sweeney was there calling me in the novice finals in Swansea. So like a year
Quite
later,
a good step, isn't it?
yeah. So like I ended up down at back street because I'd like my anxiety was like bad. I couldn't face people, and then like I'm in front of loads of people and like fighting as well, boxing and that. So I was at a wit's end really. I just needed some kind of structure. I just knew I needed something.
So how long have you been at Deva for now?
I think roughly about 5.5 years. I don't really want to reveal my age, but yeah, about 5.5 years. I was going to say I started
further questions. Just started at a very young age.
Yeah.
And now the club has become like family to you, and you also give back a lot to the club.
That's it.
Because as I know, you help out a lot with coaching the junior sessions and even the senior sessions. Mm-hmm. What does that give you?
That builds me confidence. That it keeps me busy. It's rewarding seeing them improve with the boxing skills, seeing them improve the moods, just the bouncing in the, especially like the juniors, the bouncing on, just you can see the change in them just over the weeks, whether they've got like like they've got problems with like behaviour, or they're a bit hyper basically, and other little things. It can be like a little bit shy, and then you see them come out the shell after a couple of weeks, 3-4 weeks, and that's rewarding for me, just to see them improving in all different ways. And with the seniors, with the seniors, I don't know, I'm just probably a lot of them know a lot more than me, but I just Oggie's not been here, so I just naturally done it, yeah.
I think what makes you a good coach though is you are really, really patient at teaching new people. Like I've watched you, I mean, you've helped me, but I've watched you for my son Max because he only recently started, 4 months ago. And he absolutely loves coaching with you because you will talk him through. He doesn't feel like a burden to you.
I didn't even realise I had their patience, to be honest.
Well, this is where sometimes when other people from outside give you an outlook on yourself that you didn't even really acknowledge.
Yeah, I've just done it naturally, and maybe that's just not me as a coach, that's just me as a person, I suppose. Yeah.
I think it's the fact that you want to pass on your knowledge and your skills.
Yeah, of course, but I think the thing is because I started late, and maybe my mind's, I know, like I study boxing when I'm at home, just that's all I do. Like on YouTube, watch especially the old fights. I study, I watch all types of fighters, and I study the game, and I become quite knowledgeable. And because I started late, and I feel like, it's a young man's sport, and what I think sometimes my body doesn't follow it. So that knowledge I just try and pass on to somebody, especially the young ones, and hopefully you can just make champions out in the club. Just build and grow, and just create good times, memories, champions. Yeah.
So what do you think boxing has given to you? I mean, where do you think you would be without it?
You got the cliche thing, don't you? Like if I didn't have it, I don't know where I'd be. I'd end up into crime, or end up in dead or in jail and all that. They all seem to say that, but it's none of that with me. Like obviously, I could definitely say though, I wouldn't be half as mentally well as I am now if I didn't have boxing. Definitely. And it's given, yes, if I didn't have boxing, I would have been probably in a dark place still, and because it's given me that structure, and it's given me focus.
I think you're right. It gives you structure, and it also gives you a release.
Yeah, well, I think when you're training, or especially when you're like boxing or sparring, you can't think of anything else because you got to be focused on the job, and especially someone trying to punch your head in. So you got to be completely 100% focused. So the mind, when I'm not boxing, as soon as I go home, I'm all right. I've got my endorphins going. I'll get home, and then it's like other things start wandering in. But when I'm boxing, I can't think about all these little distractions, these little demons that I have and stuff. So it's definitely So I'd recommend it to anyone I would.
And I do say, because obviously I've got to know you quite well over the months, that I know your anxiety and the issues that you have around that, that you look your happiest and your most confident and relaxed when you're in 100%. The ring.
That's people. Yeah, I do think about it, and I've told people like this is my happy place. So when people see me in here, they just see the best side of me. So like when I tell them about the problems outside, you can't really believe it, because this is where you see the best of me. Definitely excel, whatever you want to call it. Like
Jay is a champion boxer and master of footwork.
Yeah. Dancing. I've always had a bit of rhythm.
Yeah, well, you can tell that there must have been something before boxing, because I can't quite.
I've never been to a dance class in my life. I think it's just natural rhythm. I must have a bit of Cuban in me or something.
Rave days, maybe. That's what.
The Wigan two-step.
Someone else has said, yeah.
Yeah, the Wigan two-step, yeah. But
stood you in good stead.
That's it. Yeah, rhythm. I think a lot of it's rhythm anyway. So, yeah.
Well, thank you for sitting down and being so honest.
Cheers. Are we allowed to can we fist bump or can we shake hands? I don't know. With the COVID. Yeah, fist bump, boxing out.
The environment, yeah.
Thank you very much. And yeah, so
thank you.
Get yourselves down. This is Shell, this is Sound. I'm all right. Everyone else is all right.
It is. It's a very welcoming gym.
Great club. So don't feel like you can't walk through, and come and have a look inside, and just get involved.
Yeah. second that.
Cheers.